Gotta bring the pack for weighing.
Does that go down in the book?
I don't know.
Just wondering why they weigh them.
Huh?
Maybe to tell you your pack's too heavy?
Yeah, I guess.
No, day after.
So I'm down in Three Forks Gap shelter, or not shelter, just Three Forks Gap. I have my SD card error again, so I'm a little peeved right now but I lost all my footage from this morning after Amicalola because that was being recorded on my phone. So, you know, Springer and all that, that's gone. Which, I mean, on one hand, Springer's kind of underwhelming in terms of mountains. I do give it, you know, maybe a 5 out of 10, but, you know, it kind of sucks to lose the footage from your first day. But we gotta keep hiking. I'm mostly done with the day. I'm more than halfway through. I got the 3-mile ascent up Hawk Mountain now to get to the shelter tonight. We'll see what happens on the way there. You know, this morning I said my sort of goal for the first couple of days is to record, you know, nearest to my genuine experience I've had starting the trail. I feel like some people's starting videos are a little wishy-washy, and I mean, I'm gonna wax poetic at some point, that's just how I am, but I didn't want to do it for all of my first video. And part of being real about that is, you know, saying I lost all that this morning. And I wouldn't feel too bummed. There was a really great clip of my dad before we said goodbye in there. And that's what I'm bummed about losing. The rest of the footage is whatever, but that's a bit of a tough loss for me. And you know, I don't really know what's causing my SD card to do this, but I'm gonna try and figure it out. And if I don't, send the GoPro home, record off my phone. Just a bit easier that way. I'm gonna finish up eating here and we're gonna get back out there. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just kind of disappointing to me that every time I think I have this SD card glitch error figured out, turns out I don't. And I lose, you know, another morning's worth of video, especially, you know, the first morning. And I didn't lose everything. I have my videos from check-ins and stuff, like I said, and like you saw. But I don't know. But I'm moving again, and I'm heading up. We're gonna get to Hawk Mountain Shelter, and should do it pretty quickly. I'm feeling good after that lunch. So something I was talking about before, if you look right here, this is a white blaze that's in the shape of a diamond. What's up with that? I thought the blazes were rectangular, you might be asking yourself. Well, they are. What's happening here is that the AT and the Benton MacKay, I'm not sure on the correct pronunciation, are intersected. They are the same trail at the moment. Benton MacKay is sort of an important gentleman in trail history. 100 years ago, Mr. MacKay put out an article, essay, something like that. 100 years ago, in the year of 1921, Benton MacKay sits down at his desk and puts out an article. In that article, he argues for a scenic trail to run up the spine of the Appalachians from Georgia to New Hampshire. So people agreed with him, and give or take 5 years, the AT was born from that. He's the father of the AT idea, which in fact was founded, you know, 100 years ago this year. This is sort of the 100th anniversary of the AT idea. And you might have heard me say just there, Benton McKay wanted the trail to go from Georgia to New Hampshire. That's right. He did not come up with the idea to go to Katahdin. That was another fellow. His name is not coming to me at the moment, but he said, well, why don't we have the trail run to Katahdin in Maine and down into Alabama as well, make it a real Appalachian trail. So part of the AT got added in Maine, and the Alabama section became what we know today as the Pinhoti Trail, which you can take up to Springer. I mean, the AT is always shifting forms, and it's a constantly evolving idea like that. You can, it is a history into and of itself, and that's not even including stuff like the International Appalachian Trail, which goes up into, you know, Canada and stuff. So there's a whole lot of interesting, you know, junction of ideas that led to the creation of the trails we know today. I think I'm pretty close to the summit of Hawk Mountain at this point. I got a mile and a half to go according to my map. Just taking a bit of a water break to relax for a second, and I'm going to go finish it out. So I got to the shelter. I'm in my tent right now. I'm just chilling for a couple of minutes, relaxing, and then I'm going to get up, filter myself some more water, cook dinner, eat that, hang out for a bit, and then go to sleep, because I am exhausted right now. So it's like 7 a.m. right now. I've been up for about an hour. I've just been waiting for it to get light and warm enough to actually move around and do stuff. I did not have the greatest of nights. Just couldn't sleep at all. Well, I get some sleep, but not a whole lot. But I gotta get used to sleeping in a tent again. Only got 8 miles to do today, so I'm gonna get up in a few minutes, eat some breakfast once it's warm enough to, you know, comfortably walk over to the bear box and get my food out of it, and then pack up and go in some order like that. We'll see what happens today. I'm just shockingly good spirits for the night I had last night. I just was tossing and turning all night long. I made the mistake of not wearing my long johns either. It was quite a bit colder than even I expected. So that's what we're at right now. So I'm on the ascent out of Hightower Gap right now. We are, I think, about a mile into the day. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe closer to like half a mile. It's a 7-mile hike today to Gooch Mountain Shelter. So I'm going to try and cover that as quickly as possible. I'm in a better mood than I was expecting. I mean, I said the point of this was to give an accurate take of the first few days. Last night was not good. If you're eating Mountain House meals out here, I highly recommend you avoid the beef stroganoff, because I ate that and I was sick all night. Feeling a lot better now. Have some breakfast in my belly. So I'm just going to keep pushing on. Hopefully get this done quickly and get some better rest than I did last night. So just finished the descent out of Hightower Gap. It's tough, I'm not going to lie. A really tough part about today is that it's a super long water carry. They were telling me about this the other night, or yesterday, at one of the shelters I visited. They're saying, you know, fill up at Hawk Mountain because you're not going to have another water source. And that much is clear. I think I'm going to be up on this bridge all day. Not that I can complain. I'm getting a great northbound view of the Appalachians. So I just passed through Horse Gap. I had to wait for the dust to settle for a bit. The Army Rangers run their training exercise in this area. So every couple of minutes, an Army truck will come down, roll through, and cover this entire uphill in dust, which is not what I want to be breathing right now. Would hate to get bronchitis on day 2. I'm almost halfway done for the day, which is nice. Just gotta push a little bit further, and then I might stop, take a longer water break. Also, you might be noticing a little bit of difference in camera quality. I have swapped to recording my talking bits on my iPhone. The GoPro is just giving me too much troubles, and I'm having trouble powering it out here at the moment. So I'm gonna stay on the iPhone so I have the important parts of the video, and I'll record some of the more scenic stuff on the GoPro if I can. So I'm down in Gooch Gap for the night. My original plan was to go and camp out in Gooch Mountain Shelter, but we got up there and there was a fella up there from Boots Off Hostel saying he was going to have a cookout down in Gooch Gap. So me and the folks I was hiking with, we made an executive decision, hiked the extra mile, and we're going to be camping down here tonight. Be a little bit warmer because of lack of wind, get some hot food, just chill out, drink some soda, it'll be great. So it's the morning of day 3. Just hiked out of Gooch Gap. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to the Boots Off Hostel for providing an excellent cooked dinner and breakfast. I am feeling well energized right now. Today we're doing a 9-miler up to Jared Gap. Gonna camp out up there in Jared Gap, and then it's up and over Blood Mountain into Neel's tomorrow, which is mountain crossings. First resupply point. Might get a shakedown while I'm there, see if I can take some weight off of this. And hopefully nothing goes wrong today or tomorrow. Enjoy all of it. Let's see what happens. In terms of, just attitude, and I'm feeling much better than I did yesterday. Yesterday I had a pretty rough start to the day, but now I'm feeling good. I got plenty of food on me. I'm just gonna keep on hiking. I've pulled together a bunch of guys I met up at Hawk Mountain, and we've been putting together some pretty serious mileage. Or if it weren't for the fact that Blood Mountain was in the way, we'd be pushing to Neel today. It's day 3, already getting great views like this one behind me. So, made it to Woody Gap. This is the first gap I've passed through this entire trail that's got a paved road. So that's something new. We're moving from one side of the ridge to the other right now. Gonna keep going over for another 30 minutes, and I think we're gonna stop and eat some lunch. So it's the evening of day 3. I'm tented up here with the group I've been rolling with up at Jared Gap. And tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to see how I feel in the morning, and it's either going to be a shorter day, get down to just down to the Blood Mountain cabins to camp out, relax, and get some rest before doing my first really big day. Or I might make it my first really big day tomorrow and do, the mile to Whitney Gap. I don't know which or the 11 miles to Whitney Gap. I don't know which I'm going to do yet. I got to see how I feel after I summit Blood tomorrow morning. So I'm going to see how I'm doing that. Either way, tomorrow, hitting Neel Gap. That's the end of this first video. So this is the first you'll be seeing of me. So that's fun. So I'm about a mile out of camp right now. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Pushing up and over Blood Mountain today. And then I'm gonna get down into Neel Gap, eat some lunch, decide how far I'm gonna go there. Either be a mile or 6 miles more than Neel Gap. So we're gonna see what happens. So I'm in Blood Mountain Shelter. Just got to the top of the mountain about 15 minutes ago. Been celebrating with a couple other people up here, looking around. This is the oldest shelter on the trail. This whole mountain is full of sort of interesting trail history. It's called Blood Mountain in the first place because way back in the day there was a really bloody battle between Native Americans up here. So bloody that the mountain streams ran red, or at least that's what I heard. Might just be an urban legend, but still. Apparently that's why they call it a blood mountain up here. And this shelter, like I said, oldest shelter on the trail. I can't imagine staying in here. It would have been freezing, but it's a pretty cool little structure to check out. Interesting to see what people had, what happened to people. Also, a quick shout out right here to Dakota 2020. They got lost. Got a great northbound view. Good preview of the next couple of days. So I made it down in Neel Gap. Waiting for my pizza to cook. I'm underneath the tree where people hang all their boots who quit. Not my plan. I think I want to keep going today, see how far I can get. See how well my body's coming together at this point. And at some point in the next 2 days, pulling to Hiawassee for a full resupply and a bit of a rest. But that also means that it's the end of the first video. So, you have anything you think I haven't been showing that you want me to see? Let me know. See if I can work it into the next couple.